Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the so-called Black community.
Here we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
Hello, African Diaspora News family. My name is Reneilwe Morema, and I am your host right here on the African Diaspora News channel. I'm reporting live from Johannesburg, South Africa. KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi says the eThekwini district is the biggest contributor to crime statistics in the KZN. He further said in not so many words that the country's high crime rate is a result of Black men. That is why he said we have a problem with Black men. Check out this short clip and let us come back and discuss.
We have a problem with the Black men in South Africa. We have a serious problem. You forgive me on this, but this is not me talking, these are the stats. We put the colors, the races of perpetrators that we've arrested. Out of total of 60,000 criminals that were arrested between the age of 16 and 25 years old, 57,691 of them were Black men. Out of 60,000, 57,000 of them are Black men.
When Mkhwanazi said that statement that Blacks are a large contributor of crime in the country, I agreed with that statement, but it broke my heart to hear that from a Black man because there are a lot of factors to consider before we start pointing fingers, before we start blaming the Black men. Many reports and studies have long provided evidence linking South Africa's stark economic inequality to the high levels of crime in the country. Decades of apartheid and its legacy have resulted in a deeply divided society with a disproportionate concentration of wealth and opportunities in the hands of the white minority. This has led to the marginalizations of Black South Africans, particularly those residing in townships and rural areas. While this reality is known, many people have given multiple explanations to confirm, dismiss, or misinterpret the challenges of crime in South Africa. Mkhwanazi's interpretation of statistics showed that almost all the perpetrators of crime in areas like eThekwini and Umgugundlovu were Black people. Mkhwanazi stated that thousands of young Black men aged between the age of 16 to 25 have encountered or have been involved with the law over the past few years, over 5 years. Shouldn't this be obvious though? I mean, in a country that is at least 90% Black, from the tough Cape Flats to the sweating farms of Messina, shouldn't it always be anticipated in a country where the Black population is only a numerical majority, but a minority in all spheres of human endeavor, economy, social structures, language and knowledge and ownerships? It would be interesting to read a newspaper of the Indian population after hearing from their police generals that India has an Indian problem. It will be funny to read such a newspaper article. Whites always believed that their race and culture made them superior to the indigenous people of South Africa or indigenous people wherever they colonized, and therefore they had a duty to build a bulwark for European civilization in Africa. Whites feared a politically empowered Black majority would undo their supposed advanced European civilization in Africa. Afrikaner nationalists and apartheid engineers saw racial segregation as vital for cultural preservation, believing God has placed them in Africa to boss up the Africans, to show civilizations to the Africans. I mean, the apartheid government policies such as the forced removals of the Bantu people and the forced removals and the Bantu system mirrored eugenic goals of racial purity and control. This flawed intellectual framework underlays apartheid's oppressive policies in shaping its current laws and practices and the overall ideology we see today. But nevertheless, this eugenic-based white supremacism has produced an unequal and violent South African society that now unjustly blames black men for the failures of these eugenics, attributing any societal problems to him. Unfortunately, the post-apartheid era has neither been able to uplift or lift the weight a black man carries on his shoulders, nor has it shown a serious commitment to doing so or helping them advance or helping the black community to advance. I mean, for example, let us talk about the Swart Gevaar phenomenon, where the white government created the white fear of a black man and believed that black crimes should be dealt with in the most lethal way. This phenomenon also justified the white government's lethal actions when dealing with black people. The violent and lethal actions when dealing with with black people, as I said. As part of the scaremongering, white women were conditioned that they were in danger of being sexually assaulted by black men. The colonial government responded with alacrity to this agitation by passing laws providing a system of native registration in Natal and imposing capital punishment for the crime of sexual assault created or committed by black men. Mkhwanazi's statement that say we have a problem with a black man plays directly into this fear-mongering phenomenon created by the apartheid government, and now the public believes that they should be dealt with in the harshest manner. Hence, the public have accepted the shoot-to-kill statement by Mkhwanazi when dealing with criminals, particularly black criminals. You see? That is why I always say these petty violent crimes will always be committed by black men, not only because of poverty and effect of apartheid, but because they lack skills like accountant Marcus used, who swindled over 200 million of rands from pensioners, who commit crimes such as embezzlement and stealing millions, as I've mentioned. I mean, it would be irrational for someone with the ability to steal large sums of money discreetly to instead engage in street-level violence. Thus, Mkhwanazi should have considered these factors before going public about a black man being a problem. And in my previous segment, I always mentioned that they will always release stats, criminal stats that will always blame the black men, but they will hide the atrocious criminal rendezvous of their white counterparts or of their white people, because the white people are very skilled. They do high-end criminal activities like embezzlement and fraud because they are skilled. They know how to do this. So they will always hide their criminal rendezvous behind the black man's lethal actions, lethal and hatredful and violent crimes. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations right here on the African Diaspora News channel.